Hey everyone, have you ever been told that spending time alone means you're lonely? Well, guess what? That's a huge misconception. In fact, brilliant people actually prefer solitude. And today, I'm going to tell you why. We'll be diving deep into 11 powerful reasons why some of the most intelligent minds in history and today's world love spending time alone. We're talking about folks like Eleanor Roosevelt, who famously said, "I think it's very healthy to spend time alone. You need to know how to be alone and not be defined by another person." So grab your thinking cap, settle into your favorite comfy chair, the one you use for all your best thinking, and let's get started. First up, alone time helps in emotional regulation. Solitude gives your brain space to process emotions. Intelligent people are often sensitive to their surroundings. Crowded places and noise can be overwhelming. It's like having 100 tabs open in your brain. Research shows solitude is essential for self-regulation. When alone, suppressed emotions surface. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but it helps process emotions healthily. Brilliant people choose solitude for emotional balance. Second, ever feel drained after a long social gathering? Like you just ran a marathon in uncomfortable dress shoes? Yeah, me too. Your social battery needs recharging. Think of it like your phone. You can't keep using it without plugging it in. Your brain's the same way. Social interaction takes energy, and solitude is the charger. Dr. Tui Nguyen found that alone time lowers stress and restores energy. Imagine slipping into a warm bath after a long day. That's what solitude does for your brain. Brilliant people use solitude as a reset button. It's like hitting refresh on your brain. So, the next time you're feeling drained, don't feel guilty about needing some alone time. You're not being antisocial. You're being pro-brain. Third, have you ever struggled to get work done in a group setting? You're definitely not alone. It's like trying to write a novel in a room full of puppies. Sure, puppies are adorable, but they're also incredibly distracting. Research shows that solitude enhances productivity by minimizing distractions. It's like finally finding that quiet corner in the library where you can actually focus. Brilliant people know that working alone helps them stay in control of their environment, focus deeply, and enter a flow state. That magical place where time disappears and you're completely absorbed in what you're doing. That's the good stuff. And it's a lot easier to get there when you're not constantly being interrupted. So, if you're facing a deadline or just need to get some serious work done, don't be afraid to embrace the power of solitude. Your brain will thank you for it. Fourth, okay, let's talk about validation. We all crave it to some extent. It's like that little dopamine hit you get when you see a notification on your phone. But here's the thing. Relying on external validation is like building your house on a foundation of jelly. It might look good at first, but it's not going to last. Many people rely on external validation, likes, comments, awards, to feel good about themselves. But brilliant minds, they've figured out that true self-worth comes from within. They're too busy building their own awesome houses to worry about whether or not you like the paint color. As Dr. Akshat Singhi says, true self-worth comes from within. Instead of chasing approval, brilliant people focus on their own growth. They are more interested in becoming the best versions of themselves than they are in impressing other people. And ironically, when you stop seeking validation, you often end up earning even more of it. It's like the universe's way of saying, hey, I see you doing you, and I'm into it. Fifth, did you know that spending time alone actually boosts memory? It's true. It's like giving your brain a super-powered upgrade. Harvard researchers found that people remember information better when they're alone. Think about it. When you're constantly bombarded with information and stimulation, it's like trying to have a conversation in a crowded room. It's hard to focus, and you're bound to miss some important details. Dr. Heather Collins points out that the biggest reason for forgetfulness isn't a bad memory, it's distractions. It's like when you lose your keys and you spend hours looking for them only to realize they were in your hand the whole time. The information was there all along. It was just buried under a pile of distractions. Brilliant people know this and use solitude to absorb and retain new knowledge more effectively. They're basically mental decluttering ninjas. By creating space for quiet contemplation, they allow their brains to sort through information, make connections, and store memories more effectively. Sixth, creativity. It's that magical spark that makes us human. It's the source of everything from groundbreaking scientific discoveries to your favorite songs, books, and movies. And guess what? It thrives in solitude. Research shows that when we're alone, our brains are free to make unexpected connections and generate fresh ideas. It's like giving your imagination permission to run wild in a field of possibilities. Think about some of the greatest minds in history, like Einstein and Newton. They needed quiet time to think deeply and innovate. Einstein famously said, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind." Brilliant people value their alone time because it fuels their imagination. They understand that the best ideas often come when we step away from the noise of the world and allow our minds to wander. Seventh, the self-awareness journey. Getting to know the most interesting person, you. How well do you really know yourself? Like really truly know yourself? It's a question that's been pondered by philosophers and poets for centuries, and it's not always an easy one to answer. Especially in today's world, where we're constantly bombarded with messages about who we should be and what we should be doing. Dr. Itai Ivtzan emphasizes that self-awareness comes from quiet self-reflection. It's about tuning out the noise of the outside world and listening to the whispers of your own heart and mind. Brilliant people spend time alone, not because they dislike others, but because they want to understand themselves better, without external influences shaping their thoughts. They're on a quest for self-discovery, and solitude is their trusty compass. 8. Deep work. How solitude unlocks your brain's full potential. In a world of constant distractions, it's easy to get caught up in the shallow end of the mental pool. You know, scrolling through social media, checking emails every 5 seconds, trying to do a million things at once, and ultimately accomplishing very little. But brilliant minds, they're deep divers. They know the real treasures are found in the depths of focused concentration. Cal Newport author of Deep Work, explains that focusing without distractions leads to high-value results. It's about giving your undivided attention to a single task and allowing your brain to fully engage with the challenge at hand. When alone, intelligent people solve complex problems and think critically without interruptions. That's how breakthroughs happen. Those moments we all crave, they're a lot more likely to occur when we're in a state of deep focus. 9. Big crowds, social rules, small talk. For some, it's exhausting. It's like being stuck in a never-ending game of charades, where you're not quite sure what you're supposed to be acting out. Brilliant people often find social expectations draining. It's not that they don't like people, they just value authenticity over conformity. They'd rather be themselves, even if it means standing out from the crowd. Alone time allows them to be their authentic selves without the pressure of fitting in. Instead of pretending, they embrace who they truly are. It's like taking off a mask and finally being able to breathe. Number 10. Stress is the silent killer, the unwelcome house guest that just won't leave. We all experience it, but for some, it can be debilitating. Clinical psychologist Sophie Lazarus explains that alone time allows the nervous system to reset, reducing chronic stress. It's like hitting the pause button on a runaway train of thoughts. Intelligent people know that carving out quiet moments helps maintain mental health and overall well-being. They understand that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Number 11th, wait. Alone time helps relationships? Yes, it might seem counterintuitive, but it's true. It's like that old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Relationship expert Anna Karimo says, spending time apart actually makes relationships stronger. It's about maintaining your sense of individuality while also nurturing your connections with others. When you maintain independence, you avoid codependency and bring a healthier version of yourself into the relationship. It's like having your own secret garden where you can go to recharge and reconnect with your own passions and dreams. Brilliant people understand that loving yourself first leads to better connections with others. They know that a strong sense of self is the foundation for healthy, fulfilling relationships. So, there you have it. 11 solid reasons why brilliant people prefer to spend time alone. It's not about loneliness. It's about growth, creativity, and self-awareness. It's about giving yourself the space to be your most brilliant self. If you've ever felt guilty for enjoying your alone time, don't. You're just giving your mind the space it needs to thrive. You're in good company. Some of history's greatest thinkers, artists, and innovators were champions of solitude. What do you think about this? Do you love spending time alone? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Until next time, stay brilliant.